Aromie here, and welcome to The Sounds of Her Love. So this is a game I found on Itch.io or Itch.io, I'm not sure how you guys pronounce it. I don't know much about it, so let's read the little story. In the midst of their hearts, something is blossoming between two students, both of whom go about their daily lives at an international school in Tokyo. I feel like the music's sort of loud. There's voices in here? Okay, just what is flowering? Of course, it's love. Starting your new life after transferring into an international school, you find yourself dismayed when it turns out to be the same as any other. I mean, I would expect that. School, man. Except for one thing, or person rather, as your newly founded relationship increasingly tightens with the girl you just met. Find out what there is to learn about each other as your lives intertwine with one another, discovering things about her stashed away behind a veil of timidity. Timidity. I can't read. My character's name is still gonna be Michiko, no matter what gender I am. Something is ringing. Why won't it stop? My hand limply reaches out towards the noise, but I can't seem to locate it. Ugh, must be around here somewhere. I sense something rigid at my fingertips. Suddenly I hear a loud crash beside me. The ringing stops. Ugh! Forcing myself upright. Wow, the sun just blossomed in my face. An intense light greets my eyes. Besides me stands a hazy figure I can't make out. Do you mind not making so much noise in the morning? Your sister is still asleep. As my eyes adjust to the light, I see my mother standing beside me. I look downwards and see my table lying on the floor. My table? My alarm clock just next to it broke into pieces. Wow. That's some cheap alarm clock you got there, my dude. I'm not cleaning that up. Just get ready for school. And I come downstairs. I made breakfast. My mother walks off. I don't think she's particularly happy. I mean, I wouldn't be happy either if my stupid alarm clock broke within a... Okay. What the heck? What did I just buy? How much did you pay for that? I hope you paid like $1 maybe. Well, I doubt many parents would be with their children creating such a ruckus. Still, it wasn't my fault. I was half asleep for crying out loud. I pry myself away from the bed sheets and pick up the table and the broken alarm clock off the floor. Oh, and if you guys hear the fan, I'm sorry. I have it on because the room is really hot up here upstairs. I check what the clock once read and it concludes it's almost 7 a.m. Unfortunately, today is Monday, so it's back to school with me. Although it's cliche, I'm not really looking forward to it. Let me grab my pen. It's that I dislike it, but you'd think after transferring here, things would have been a lot more lively. I don't think this game is demo. I think this is an actual full-on game. I'm pretty sure. So far, nothing out of the ordinary has happened, though I can't really expect to be like that. This isn't a manga after all. Nope, it's a visual novel, my dude. Opening my drawers, I pull out my uniform. It's still as good as new. I haven't had much time to wear it in. I've only been here for a week. For an international school, the uniform is quite generic. I was expecting something more prestigious. I guess this is still Japan, after all. Even though I've lived here all my life, my mother was dead set. Oh, I was like, wait, she's dead? We just spoke to her. Did we not? Dead set on sending me here if she's not a native, so she at least wanted me to connect with her side of the family. Despite her premise that getting in touch with my why can't I say that word? Anglican? I don't know. Anglican? I don't know. That's a weird word. Because it could be like angel. Whatever. Heritage was a good idea. The school isn't even English. It's Welsh. Man, I cannot learn Welsh if that was Welsh. Because, that frustrated me that I couldn't say that word. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that's the country, not many. That's a country north of England. I don't think there's much difference anyway. After finishing doing up my blazer, I hear a shout from downstairs. Son, your breakfast will get cold at this rate. You may as well let me have yours if you're going to waste it. Letting out a sigh, I close the door to my room and head to join my parents. Reaching the dining room, my mother and father greet me with warm smiles. Maybe not so much my mother. I still think she's pretty pissed. My father gives an empty chair a haughty slap, still smiling all the while. Sit down, my son! We have a hefty breakfast your mother would approve of. Of course I would have made it after all. In front of me sits a traditional English breakfast. Eggs, toast, beans, sausages, and the like. I don't think I can eat all of this. Well, I never had that before. The one time... Sorry, it's squelch, whatever the heck that noise was. The one time my dad made American food, like, he took pictures of my little brother and I. Because my brother and I, we would see on TV, you know, how the cartoon kids, they have the eggs and bacon. I don't think we had the bacon or sausage part. I think my dad just made the sunny side up eggs, and it was the first time we've ever had it, and I was like 10 or 11 or 8 to 12, I don't, one of those ages where I could still remember it now. It was pretty late in the game. I didn't have my first Taco Bell until I was like in 9th or 10th grade, because I walked home from school and I would walk past it. Dude, you have no idea how much food I've been missing, because my dad is not into American food. He says it's boring. So obviously it was like a momentous moment for him to take a picture of my brother and I eating eggs for the first time, sunny side up eggs for the first time, because he's always been traditional and made like Chinese and Vietnamese food. That was it. We wouldn't get any American food. It was like a special occasion. And now that I moved out, I can eat all the American food I want, but all I want now is Asian food from my dad. Sad life. The empty chair is pulled out from beside me. I guess my sister finally woke up. When it comes to morning, she's not very talkative, or noticeable to say the least. I'm sure she'll fire up later though. Ah yes, my beautiful family has gathered at last. My sister acknowledges my father with a quick glance and starts eating her breakfast in silence. Tell me, Michiko, how are your studies? Was that hefty fee worth it? The school is private and teaches a foreign curriculum, so tuition fees are quite large. Luckily, my father can pay for it, and it's only for my final year. It's going okay. The initial buzz of it wore off after the third day. I guess it's like a normal school, not much different from the ones here in Japan. I did have an experience at a traditional Japanese high school, but due to our relocation to Tokyo, I had to transfer. If there was one noticeable comparison, it's the students. Most of them aren't natives, and a lot are quite full of themselves. Even I'm only half Japanese. Really? That much for a normal school? What was the point of that fee then? You want your son to have the best education possible, right? That, and he's closer to my side of the family. Reasonable? Tell me this though, son. Have you been speaking to any girls at least? Are you really asking him that? Both my parents engage in a stare-off. Things like this happen all the time. For them, this is only a bit of banter. Checking the clock on the wall, I realize I'm a bit behind schedule. I give my family a farewell and head towards the door. Did I eat anything? Did you eat any of the food? Wait! That clock is... Oh, wait, is the clock wrong? I hear my sister say something just as I leave, though she doesn't chase after me to tell me. It was strange to hear her at this time of day, but I guess I can't fret about it now. Continue on a journey I'm only just getting used to. Okay, I was gonna say these visuals, they look like Mystic Destiny, so I guess this is like stock images that visual novel artists can use. Because I was like, wait, these places look awfully familiar. The street leading to the school is particularly empty. Only a couple of locals are walking by and the number of students is quite low. Checking my watch, I realized that I had left considerably early. I guess the clock at home was a bit fast. A faint noise distracts me from my wrist. Oh, she has voice acting? Ahead of me is a female student, presumably from my school. Girl, your hair is thick. Give me some of that thick hair, because I have normal hair. I don't think it's thin and it's not thick. It's in the middle. Presumably from my school, picking up the contents of her bag off the floor. I guess she dropped it. I consider helping her, but by the time I move my feet towards her, she has already finished and continues onwards to school. She rose the back of her head and her braids sway softly in the wind. Just as I passed where she was standing, I noticed a small card on the floor. Instinctively, I pick it up. In my hands is a library card with what I assume to be her name on it. Shoot. Suradwin? Siridwin? Suradwin? Seer? I don't know. Considering this is a Welsh school, I guess that's the origin of her name. I look up and she is nowhere in sight. Oh crap! I quickly setting myself off. I run towards the entrance of the school. I just hope I can catch up to her. It doesn't take me long to get her in my sight. I call out to her. Ciridwen, or Ciridwen, I don't know which one you are, so hey, you dropped this. Is that your first or last name? I'm praying that's your last name. Because I'm just gonna call you Siri, right? Or Siri? What is that? What is that? Turns around flustered and I approach her with a ragged breath. Oh god, do you see my mouse? Holy hell. What is this lag? All of a sudden. Oh my god, hello? Here you go. Oh, okay, my mouse.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. She gives me a shy response as I hand her back the card.
How did you know my name?
Oh, thank God. I love it when games have voice acting, because then I don't have to read every little thing. I could actually take a break and drink something. It doesn't look like she's very comfortable with talking to me. It's on the card.
Oh. It's pronounced Carrie. Like a K.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, my bad.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll call you Carrie now. Carrie still looks rather uneasy. I guess some people just aren't that fluent socializing with others. I'm like an adult, technically, in the eyes of the government, and I still don't know how to socialize. So, that's a thing. Well, it's a good thing you got it back. We're both pretty early, so it would have taken a while for someone else to find it. By then, they probably would have given it into Lost and Found.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She thanks me again. Her eyes are averted, slightly away from my direction.
This card is important to me.
Yeah, there's a slight lag going on here. Maybe put it in a safer place. You wouldn't risk losing it then. Wow, okay. Smart. I know I don't have the right to tell her what to do with her stuff, but things like this are common sense. Bro, just like how you can put your card in your wallet and you lose your wallet. Oh, dude, common sense, put it in your wallet. Wait, dude, I lost my wallet. How could I put a card in a wallet when the wallet's gone? Huh? My guy.
I use it a lot. It's easier for me to reach it quickly.
I guess she's an avid book fan. She must be quite smart. That, or she just likes books. I decided to continue the conversation. What sort of books are you interested in? What kind of... I guess everyone needs a hobby? That sounds so rude. What sort of books are you interested in? Fiction or non-fiction?
I read a variety.
Well, that was a short answer.
I want to study literature.
She looks at me as if she expects me to belittle her, though I completely deny her expectations. Sounds great. It's good to have something you're passionate about. Her lips move. I guess she can't stop herself from smiling. Moving my feet again, I set off towards the entrance of the school, turning around to face Carrie. Carrie, right? Carrie? Not Carrie. Carrie. Before I make any sufficient progress. It's still early, but we should still go to class. It's a bit cold after all.
You're right. I need to check what class I'm in.
I done forgot this girl's name already. So if I ever have a meet and greet, guys, please understand. I'm horrible with names, okay? I'm very familiar with faces though. Names, horrible. She doesn't know what class she's in. School started a week ago. Don't tell me she has amnesia. Bro, I always have dreams where I panic because I don't remember what my next class is. And I don't even go to school anymore. And I still have those dreams. Carrie shyly passes me and heads towards the school, and I follow suit, heading towards my class. Bro, you could have talked to her some more. What the heck? I guess she was a pretty interesting person. Classes are well underway, and the class is filled with a widespread sense of lethargy. Yeah. It is a Monday after all, and lunch is just around the corner. Does anyone really want to learn about the structure of the mitochondrial membrane right before lunch. I lean back in my chair and stare down at my notes, which are just a little more than scribbles on a sparse page, or spare sparse. In the end, I can't really say I expected anything different when transferring here. After all, the basic principles of teaching are the same wherever you are. There's no reason as to why this school would be any different, though the extra language lessons are a pain in the ass. Just as I let out a small but definitely noticeable yawn, the teacher glares sharply in my direction. Bored, are you, Michiko? No, sir. Oh, that's a surprise. How will you answer the question at the bottom of page 3 then? I look at the closed book on my desk and realize what the teacher is referring to. I definitely haven't done a good job pretending to work. Still, I oblige and turn to page 3, moving my eyes towards the bottom of the page. I find a question that's somewhat relevant to what I managed to hear during the lesson. What is the space between the two mitochondrial membranes called? Is that the matrix? No, that's the bit inside. Well, boy, do you have an answer? Oh, shoot! Wait, can I save? Yeah, heck yeah. Cause save, it's that. I honestly don't know the answer. The safest bet would be to call it the mitochondrial gap. I mean, it's the gap between the two of them, right? Surely that must be it. Is it the mitochondrial gap, sir? I hear a few sneers. Is that wrong? Sneers from the more supercilious members of the class, but most of them seem to ignore my answer. I guess I was wrong then. How about you pay more attention in class? Hey, guess what? I can reload. Ha! It's this thingy. Looking across the opposite page, I spot a diagram of the mitochondria with a nicely labeled arrow showing me the answer. Intermembrane space, sir. The confidence in my voice, or more likely the fact I got the answer right, seems to have left my teacher surprised. Shoot, see, I always second guess myself. I was like, oh, it has to be the second answer, because it can't be something so obvious. But I was like, no, let's go with the obvious choice. Don't let me do lotteries. I can't do it. Seems to have, okay. Well done, Chico. I guess you were paying attention after all. I certainly wasn't. Nope, I used my second life. The teacher continues on with the lesson, leaving me to lean back in the chair once again. This time, I'll try not to yawn. Soon enough, class ends and I trail behind a mass gathering to the exit of the room. The crowd slowly shifts. The class only has about 30 people in it anyway. I stagger behind the other students residing in the corridor and make my way to the cafeteria. Chatter radiates from the swaths of people in the cafeteria. I weave my way through those standing around and people walking in the opposite direction. The line is long, as always. Unlike most schools, the food here is actually quite good, so naturally it's in high demand. I mean, your dad paid extra for you to attend this school. I would hope that money's put somewhere. I join the queue of students left famished by the morning lessons. Time slows as the line slowly inches forward. All of this for a sandwich? I know, mate. They're lush, aren't they? Made with 100% Welsh beef. That's what they say anyway. I find it hard to believe they would import that stuff to Japan just for this one school. Eventually, I'm the one gazing at what's on offer at the counter. To be honest, the guy was right. The beef here sure is lush. It's quite a prestigious school. I buy the sandwich and stuff it into my bag. This place is quite packed, so I doubt I'd find a place to sit down. Just as I'm about to leave, I spot a table that's actually empty. Well, almost. I notice someone familiar eating by herself. It's that girl from earlier. Carrie, wasn't it? I wonder if I should approach her. I hardly know her, but I kind of want to sit down. It's cold outside. Hell yeah, approach her, man. Alright, sorry. Text her real quick. You know what? I may as well approach her. She's alone after all. I've been in that situation plenty of times this past week. I know how it feels. One step at a time, I make my way over to the table. Her silky braids gently rest by her sides, and unlike before, her braids only move due to her actions. As I draw closer, she takes notice of my presence and directs her head towards me. She hesitates to speak, but I plan on taking the initiative from the beginning. Hi, Carrie. It's me, from earlier. I don't think I ever got a chance to introduce myself. I try my best to avoid sounding nervous. Walking up to the girl sitting by herself is pretty noticeable to everyone else in the hall. My name is Michiko.
Hello. Thanks for earlier.
You're welcome. She is still pretty on edge. Perhaps I should just apologize to her and make a quick retreat. I'm sorry for walking up to you so suddenly.
Don't worry. I don't normally have people to eat with, so I'm glad.
She abruptly stopped speaking after giving me a sign of gratitude. Her cheeks turn a rosy shade of red, and she directs her eyes away from me. I guess she's embarrassed. It did strike me as odd as to why she's alone, aside from her lack of self-confidence. She seems like a fairly nice person.
I had an illness.
She goes straight on to why she's so alone. I never asked her, but I'm glad she thinks of me as close enough to her to explain it to me, even though we've just met. Yeah, I was just gonna say, holy heck, I would not open up this fast. To get to this point with me, probably have been my friend for at least like half a year, to be honest. Though, given that she seems so introverted, maybe I am the only person that is.
For a while, I was immobilized. As recently as last week.
Oh. Is that why she told me earlier that she needed to find out what class she was in? Her face continues to grow to deeper shades of red. Maybe I should converse with her to ease her explanation. Though, with her personality, I don't know if it'll actually help. I can understand, I guess. I'm new here, so I don't really have anyone to eat with. It's not really as relatable as an illness, though. I kind of regret opening my mouth. Hers, though, continues moving as her lips gently let out her unstable speech patterns. I don't like my main guy. He's kind of a jerk.
I've been here since last year.
That's actually a pretty sad thought. If she'd been here this long, how come she's this alone? Even with an illness, you'd expect her friends would still speak to her afterwards. Though I am making assumptions. For all I know, she could be a good friend with a classmate that just doesn't eat in school or is absent. My gut feeling goes with my former conclusion in spite of that idea. She delicately twirls the hair at the tip of her braid nervously during the lag times of our conversation. I can't really think of anything to say, so I decide to do something instead. It's bold, but I tear a sheet of paper from one of my books and scribble my phone number on it. If you ever need anyone to keep you company, then you call me anytime. Or if you see me around school, just say hi. I doubt she'll do either anyway. To downplay the forwardness of my actions, I think of the cheesiest quote I can and continue speaking. Birds of a feather flock together.
You're giving me your number?
Why does her face look upset? Though her voice is quiet, I can still sense she's a bit shaken up. I thought giving it to her would be acceptable in this day and age. People are practically depending on their phones now. Still, giving your number to someone of the opposite sex will probably remain direct for years to come.
Thank you.
Well, unless, like, you're friends, like, like the one time I got a guy's number, it was with John, our friend, Tyler and I's friend named John. He was closer to Tyler, but I never thought to ask Tyler for his number. I never thought to even get his number because I would see him at work. But then I was like, I thought of a joke and I asked our friend Antoine. I was like, hey, wait, what's John's number? Because Tyler was at home sleeping and I was at work. It was when we both got to work together at one point in our lives. And that was when I got John's number. I didn't directly ask him, but I did text him, and he didn't assume, he didn't ask, he didn't question. He didn't question where I got his number from. For some reason, she thanks me. Her pale fingers reach out towards her bag, and she gently takes out a rather pink and cute looking phone. I didn't know anyone still used phone straps, but a daffodil charm swings in the air as she enters my number, her body shaking slightly all the while. Dude, I have a Gudetama charm on my phone case. Cause there's like that slot where you can turn your iPhone on vibrate or on silent or not, and it's in that little clip holder on my phone case, and I'm kind of upset cause it's not like the string strap, it's the balls, the metal like circled up balls things where you clip on, and it's scratching the color off. Hashtag triggered. And at this point it's like whatever, who cares at this point? I care, but the Gudetama's rather cute.
You're the first in the non-relative section.
Okay, so that answers the friends. She has none. It's okay. We'll be your first and best friend. Finishing her sentence with a smile, she gazes at me. I smile back, of course, which in itself takes me a bit of courage, but her eyes quickly dart away to break our state of eye contact. She goes red again, and her mouth is slightly ajar, leaving her lips to glisten as the sunlight enters from the windows beside us. The chimes of the bell resonate throughout the room. I guess it's time to get prepared to go to class again. Carrie, not Siri. Carrie stands and shyly looks towards me as if expecting me to say something, which luckily for her I do. I enjoy speaking to her, even if she doesn't say very much. Like I said, feel free to contact me anytime. Though right now, I guess we should head back to class.
Okay.
She trots along by my side, slightly behind me, probably to keep her blushing face hidden, I guess. She seems to have a habit of going red. I mean, she's quite shy. We part ways when I reach my classroom, with her giving me hardly audible farewell once we do. Look at that, man! You could tell your dad you talked to a girl today. Nudge, nudge. The wooden chair behind my back is rigid and sticks into me, causing slight discomfort. My eyes dart across the pages before me, looking for any information that could make my life easier. I hate homework. Spark notes. Words echo around the room as I speak solemnly to myself. I thought that it would be easier to just copy the answers straight from the... Excuse me, I had to burp. Straight from the textbook. But apparently they're not here. This heavy workload, however, does seem to compensate for the rather tranquil day at school. I did meet someone interesting, though. The blossom of a rose on her cheeks, her silky golden hair, and her hushed voice. Carrie's presence would be minuscule by many, but I can't get her off of my mind. What? That's a minuscule? That's like I stand out in my world. Chico, dinner's almost ready. Calls from my mother reach my ear as I just about give up on my homework. It's not due for another week anyway, so I close. Ooh, he's a overachiever up here, trying to do his homework ahead of time. Kidding, that's me, my brother. So I close the book and haphazardly toss it back on the shelf. The smell of cooking guides my way towards my door, but just as I am about to leave my room, something stops me. My cell phone chimes and vibrates slightly on my desk, leaving me to consider who might be calling. If you ever need anyone to keep you company, then you can call me at any time. If you see me around school, just say hi. That's right, I gave Carrie my number, didn't I? I wasn't really expecting her to call me, but I guess she was probably checking that I wasn't giving her a fake number as a joke. Michiko, are you coming? I'll be down in a minute, Mom. Probably not a minute, but it shouldn't be that long. I might just tell Carrie to call me back, but the least I can do is answer the phone. I pick up the device from my desk and answer the call. Carrie breathes through the speaker, her nervousness all too apparent, even through a mobile call. Hello? Carrie?
Hello? I wanted to see if you'd answer.
Why, you call me at 5:42? No photo? I usually don't put photos for anybody on, to be honest. Unless I had a picture with you that I took a selfie with you, then yeah. Exactly what I was expecting. Carrie's voice seems a lot clearer, and the nervousness I have once heard is pretty much gone. Is it because she's speaking to me in person? Relatable. Of course I'd answer. I gave you my number, didn't I? Except I can't relate to calling. I don't call. I text.
You did. Thank you.
You didn't think it was fake, did you? I teased her about it. To be honest, if she gave me her number, I would probably think it was fake too. That is if she wasn't so timid anyway. If her personality was different, she would probably be pretty popular. Don't worry, I'm only teasing.
Oh.
Teasing a girl I just met seems pretty abnormal, but I can't deny her response was adorable. You seem fairly relaxed. I call her out. Why would you call that out? It's like me, if you calling me out that I'm short. I know I'm short, buddy boy. I call her out on the contrast of her speech patterns. I already know the answer, but I just want to show her that she can speak to people clearly if she just tries.
I find it easier speaking to people over the phone. I'm sorry if it seems rude.
No, it's fine. Oh wait, yeah, I just said that. I even said the no twice as well. Well, I'm a mind reader.
I call my father a lot.
She did say I was her first non-relative contact.
I really wanted to speak to you.
What is this scary music, though? Her stutters flare up again. The concept of calling someone from school is still probably quite foreign to her. Michiko, your dinner will go cold at this rate. I get into the shop from the dining room, but now my family has probably started eating without me. It's quite a traditional thing in this house for everyone to eat together. I have to tell Carrie to call me back. I'd like to speak to you too, but do you think you can call me back? Probably in about half an hour. My dinner's ready. My mother is being quite persistent about it.
Oh. Okay.
Carrie sounds a bit dejected about it, but there's nothing I can do. My mother is quite strict at times, and she'll probably scold me for ignoring her if I don't go now. Carrie and I bid temporary farewells, and I head downstairs, leaving the phone on my desk. An aromatic smell hits my nostrils as I enter the dining room. 3 pairs of eyes are looking in my direction. It seems my family are well into their meals. Finally decided to join us, brother? My little sister gives me a cheeky remark as I pull out the chair next to her and sit down to feast upon my now lukewarm meal. I'm too lazy to microwave it. How was school? You went about an hour early, didn't you? You knew about that? I did tell you the clock was broken before you left. Well, okay, thanks, sister. But anyway, this is where we're gonna stop for today's episode. I really like this. It's different, it's slow paced. I'm not too down for our main character because he's saying some dumb, stupid things when he shouldn't be saying these stupid things. But you know, there are some guys like this in real life. They don't actually mean what they're trying to say because they're not thinking about it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. The game is down below in the link as always if you want to try it out for yourself. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.